Hey there, sports fans. We're here with the first of the 2019 B Twilight Struggle League organised by Shaq. I've been relegated to Division 2, which is an entirely fair outcome. I was way above my station. Let's see whether or not 2 is my station, or if I'm going to be relegated again this year. This season. We're playing Cogust. It's a US +2 random optionals, but it's a 60-minute clock, not a 90-minute clock. And I'm 10 minutes late starting because I was finishing dinner. So if Cogust does not come on immediately, we won't run the clock. So, while he is coming on, or she, or they, I do not know who Cogust is, not met them before. Let's have a quick look at their record. 1736, yeah, reasonably similar. Fewer games. So, I am USA. My options are Marshall Plan opening going for Europe domination, or set up a standard and headline Middle Eastern scoring. It's a shame I have both. I don't have socialist governments, so it does put me in a tight spot. So yeah, socialist governments is a genuine threat, and the Marshall Plan setup is utterly transparent. But I also don't have NASA, and I look like a bit of a FUD. Headlining Middle Eastern scoring into NASA. But I've got de Gaulle. So the risk-averse play is absolutely 4-4-2. But with de Gaulle in hand, I'm going to open 4-4-2. I'm going to be back, especially as I've got... It's just, I don't know, Marshall Plan is so transparent. Right? It means he can coup with NATO first AR. But let's go with that. And Middle Eastern scoring. Let's see if this all comes unravelled from my opening setup, which would just be fabulous. Well, that's a start. He gets his bit. I get my bit. Will that alter Cogust's opening coup? Having seen Middle Eastern scoring go, it would incentivise the attack on Italy. Here it comes. Not quite enough. So we will use Marshall Plan and take France, knowing I hold de Gaulle. So next should be a coup on Iran. Nice of them not to purge me. So if I had set up Marshall Plan, Italy would have been cleared out, but I would have had France adjacency. So the end result would have been similar-ish. But I'd still have to play Middle Eastern scoring. I freed up an AR in a sense. Splitting objectives. So we will drop Europe scoring as well, as I have no immediate space plans. And they didn't grab Asia domination. The other move might have been take Afghanistan with 3 ops, but gives an opportunity to riposte in Europe. Might just go for the straight Iran coup. Yep. Misses. So my options are plain coup to protect Iran, or put effort into Europe, Asia, with Asia scoring still to go. Let's put 3 into Pakistan. Let them coup on Iran if they want, and then I put 3 into Afghanistan. Or they may put 1 into Afghanistan to prevent the total overrunning of Asia. I'd like to use my Romanian application to put 1 into Thailand at some point.
How odd.
Hmm?
They published their hammer, but they blacked out 1 point.
Makes you wonder what's in it. Well, Truman's gone, that's a bummer, but we'll remove Italy adjacency, which in turn protects me against socialist governments for a while. So will it be a 1-op coup on Iran, or 1 into Afghanistan? It'll be 1 into Afghanistan, it looks like. Oh no, 1 into South Korea, pushing there. So, we will split our ops. Will we? Will we? If I put 3 into Afghanistan, that works better for Indo-Pakistani war. And continues to keep country count high. Although it doesn't resolve. It looks like I'm not getting mill-ops this turn, am I? Now let's do that first. I still like that.
Let's do. It's way out, isn't it? Way out.
He's going for the last Iran coup, which misses. Outrageously bad luck. We pop 1 into Thailand. AR6 blockade, space decol. So if no blockade, I space de Gaulle. Because I don't want to event de Gaulle, because then that gives adjacency for Italy's socialist governments. So that's a big no-no. Plain take of Korea? No adjacency. Interesting. If they want to give up the China card, that's fine. So we're going to space to Gaul. We hit. We're getting all the rolls today. No Asia scoring in our hand, but D-style, D-col, yada yada, although blockade makes that tricky. Might have to space. No, might have to actually blockade it, which is a bummer. Not a particularly, obviously, great headline. I am not purged, or purgeable. So actually headlining blockade and ditching D-style and spacing D-col later might be the best bet. Eventing Vietnam Revolts AR6. That empties the hand. Bleer. That could be a damn sight better. Okay, I'm not happy about putting them both back in the deck, but I think I have to. What other option is there? Eastern European Unrest doesn't do a great deal, especially with Europe scoring gone. And I'll still be in a situation where I can't hold blockade and D-style. Anyway, so let's blockade D-style. So he gets off to space. They get off to space. We will ditch D-style. Not necessarily happy about that, but c'est la vie. So the question will be, will they take a coup, or will they press for Pakistan? They will press for Pakistan. Oh no, Italy. India. Idiot. So we'll go for the straightforward take of Thailand over protective Iran. Well, we've got lots of 4-op cards actually, so shall we also push into Iraq to ensure we don't lose any position if Iran does get flipped big style. So he's looking for a 6 roll. I'm just going to use the gender pronoun he, and I'm going to assume this person's male, because apparently my unconscious bias is kicking in today. He's looking for a 6 on the Pakistan war, if he possesses that card. Might go for the big coup in Iran, but at least now I can push into the Middle East if I need to. Currently we are all square because of Afghanistan's position, and I will be the first to fill up the Southeast Asian states. So Asia's likely to score neutrally. So they're thinking coup Iran or Panama, but probably Iran because of CIA still being in the deck. But coup Iran, if fails, gives me tempo in Asia. Formosa Resolution's interesting. 2 into Thailand? No. Okay, so I have the opportunity to press for domination here if I also take Japan, which I can do with my other 3-op card. And then it splits 4-3. So then I'm going to have to ops race in Japan. They may be seeing the error of their ways, having played Formosa just there. Yeah, UN intervention, US Japan, press Japan. Yeah. Oh, no, taking the coup. Interesting. It works. So now Indo-Pakistani war is a threat. So presumably now they would push for the 1 in 3 flip Indo-Pakistani war. And if successful, I at least deny domination. Here it is. They miss. That's good for me. So I will let them have tempo by spacing decol, which misses. We'll get presence in the Middle East in case it comes back. Well, that was fortunate for me, was it not? And with socialist governments still to come out, we'll overprotect Italy. While duck and cover looks appealing, there's no obvious coup target, so defectors might be best. And defectors was played in turn 1, so they won't be expecting it. I have not been paying glorious attention, but I think they are holding Socialist Governments, Containment, NORAD, Suez, Cambridge 5, Special Relationship, Olympic Games, unless I've missed them. What do I else have? I managed to pull D-Style back, which is nice. So, I think I want to headline defectors. I kind of want to space Fidel, but I have other things I also want to space. Good. Block socialist governments. Suez is obviously less attractive with no adjacency. So may use for plain ops, and I'm not in Israel. I want to hold off playing Nasser if I can. But here comes a coup. Panama or Panama, yeah, fine. Understandable. So what are my priorities? Asia is alright. I want to defend against the Indo-Pakistani war and start to make plays in the Middle East as well. So the second op is fine there. It whiffs anyway. So, with no D-Style, decol is a major risk. I need to start pushing into Algeria and Angola. If he events it right now, the question is, was my timing poor on the Middle East?
That's why they get it.
I'm rocking 2 mugs at the moment, so it gets distracting. Tea! So, bit of a mountain to climb. Presumably does not hold decall, otherwise Africa would be overrun right now. I pretty much have to give up Middle Eastern domination. I need to overprotect France at some point in case de Gaulle comes back. Let's see what's being UNI'd this time, Marshall. Yeah. So let's see where those go. Okay, so vying for Middle Eastern domination, fine. Let's start making a meal of the Middle East. We'll need to take one battleground to ensure no control. I'll look to Space Fidel first, because holding D-Star until salts come out is quite nice. Fine. So now let's put one there, one there. One here against Brush War. We use CI created to push into Zaire. He's going to try again. Still unlucky. We will Space Fidel. We get lucky, which now incentivizes spacing D-Stall if he doesn't immediately respond. So what are the major threats? Whoever gets junta swings South America, possibly. De Gaulle is still a threat. Brush War in Italy is a massive threat. If Asia scoring comes out again this turn, then I'll ditch the China card to shore up. Okay, fine. Interesting, interesting. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I am going to assume they do not hold Europe scoring. And we'll see if I look like an idiot. I get the 2 VP for space at least. So I'm kind of at risk to Muslim Revolution, but because I'm in Iran and Jordan, I can just play straight back into Saudi. That's handy. I get contained. Overprotect. So I guess now would be the time to shore up Italy a little bit and regain Europe domination, ditching Nasser in the process. I don't know if that was ideal, but 11 points as US going into mid-war is nice. Not quite sure where NORAD, Cambridge 5 and Special Relationship went. And I'm not going to check it out. I got to call back. Lone gunman, fine when Cuban Missile Crisis rolls around. Grain sales is the obvious headline. As always. Let's load these up. We'll linger a while, just to not be too transparent. It's nice to have PCR, so even if they get Junta and I've dropped DEFCON, I get Gateway. So we will go with grain sales as the headline. They do pull decol. I get how I learned. And we'll use it to have a crack at Panama, even though that threatens threatens Africa. I can event Panama Canal returned and start to push around the Horn. Retaking Algeria and trying to take South Africa will be priorities here. They may try and flip Thailand, actually. Didn't stop to think of that. So rather than take the coup, protecting Thailand and taking Zaire would have been another shout. Rushed to coup. Let me know if there was a third option, or if I've got the two, and whether or not I got the one right. So, eventing nuclear subs is attractive. I'm just cooing through Africa, given that I hold CIA created. Let's do that. This will make him drop Africa scoring ASAP. A lot of one-op cards, unfortunately. Playing Warsaw Pact will deny me Europe domination. There goes Africa scoring. Fair enough. So let's event Panama Canal returned, which will naturally call for a realignment. Here it comes. One more for luck. No. So that'll only get me 4 points in South America, but it's a nice 4 points if Junta doesn't get evented immediately. And then a bit of cleanup on Africa doesn't hurt. Hold Lone Gunman. Hope for Cuban Missile Crisis, because then I can event Lone Gunman automatically. Independent Reds is still to come out as well. I may try and space De Gaulle rather than event and neutralise it to get headline peaking. Because if De Gaulle comes back in late war, it's not great, but things like tear down this wall when I've got a +5 modifier or something crazy isn't so bad. And obviously, may have held Europe scoring, but not a big deal, right? Fine. We can start with a coup. We can start with dropping South America scoring before something else happens. So if I'm lucky, I'll go into turn 4 at +15. That's now space to go. I get peak at headlines. So we will use CIA and kitchen debates to soften up Africa in the absence of another plan. I'm looking for brush war on Thailand, really. Two VP for me, lovely. Making sure that realignment opportunities exist. So let's start with a coup on Angola. And then if realigned a coup on Zaire, which is an even. Oh, and I get to ask not lone gunman. Even better. And we'll ditch CIA. Will we ditch CIA? Alright, okay, we're not going to ditch CIA, and the rationale is if we draw 2 scoring cards, we lose automatically, and that is an absolute disaster in this situation. So, we will retain a card against the probability, low though it is, of drawing 2 scoring cards. There's 5 in the deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 still in the deck. So, I mean, that is a non-zero, but very small probability. So 3 shots at +1. 1, 2. There it goes. So South Africa for the win. Succeeds. So a coup in Zaire is the only option. Ooh. Maybe it's better to coup with South African unrest, is it? No, I suppose not. 1 and 2, no. We'll keep South African unrest and hope that a couple of spaces will allow us to discard 2 op cards. And that's quite nice. Got a coup there, really. Which is good for me. Neutral, rather. Right, Alliance for Progress will win it. And I'm headline peaking. So, unless a scoring card comes down, the jig is up. Brush War, of course, if I headline AFP, makes Panama the obvious target and extends the game. So if we don't see Brush War or OPEC, okay, here's Brush War. So we don't want to headline Alliance for Progress necessarily. If we headline Voice of America, then we can immediately remove whatever influence goes in. So do we want that? Let's do that. Let's headline VOA to threaten offsetting whatever they do. I think actually I want to headline AFP because I want them to target there rather than Italy or somewhere like Zaire. How am I going to get another VP? I have to space one of my own cards. Can I sort something that gives me points? Olympic Games. Alright, let's go with AFP. Oh! Yeah, I forget even opt things headline first, so... Well, that was unfortunate. Oh well. Thank you for watching. Feedback is welcome, especially on whether I should have used grain cells to not coup. I think that might have been a misstep. But when the deck hits you in the face, there's not really a lot you can do, eh? So... yeah, Venting Formosa gave me an opportunity. Right. Yes, thanks for watching. We'll end the video now. I'll upload it. And do give me your feedback. Thank you.